Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's live stream. How we all doing? David's here anyway. Is the big fella here yet? I presume that's me. No, I'm just in here and ready. Nick is here. Who's going to kill Kenny this week? Which idiot will feel the full weight of international security this week? Internal security this week, is anyone there? So how we all keeping, guys? Nick, how are you? Uh busy week as always. I hope it's been the same okay for the rest of the week. Nothing too hectic. Uh, I hope you enjoyed the quiz last week. Actually, did any of you enjoy the quiz? It was good feedback on it. An awful lot of people seem to enjoy it. I got good feedback as well on the video I did, or the style of the video that I did for the Irish soldier on border duty. So I think we'll continue with that style of video. An awful lot of people seem to like that. What am I drinking? I'm drinking tea, regular tea, actually, believe it or not. Um, so there, yeah, just for drinking regular tea. Not tasting the best though. I think I rinsed the cup properly, but sure. Oh well. Quiz was great, crack. Yeah, an awful lot of people enjoying the quiz. Um, I just have to word. I have to be careful of the questions, pretty much, that I put on the quiz. We will be doing the quiz once a month, maybe, or when it's quiet, or when I'm not in the room with the collection. Yeah, but that's one thing I noticed about the questions for the quiz. You have to be very, very careful what way to word them and what ones to actually use and stuff like that, especially when you're dealing with things in World War Two and the Cairns will be out giving out, shall we say. So yeah, so hopefully most of the other local lads, or the regular lads, will start turning up bit by bit. Uh, I know Stan was missing the last couple of weeks, but he had some family stuff to take care of. He said, "Patrick, well, boss, great video on the Irish on border dude." Yeah, an awful lot of people. Stan, how are you? I'm here after missing 2 weeks, and I'm drinking tea. Yeah, an awful lot of people enjoyed the way the style. It was just something I tried. Said I'd try and different editing, a different way of editing. So an awful lot of people seem to have enjoyed that Irish border soldier on the Irish border video. So I'll probably try and keep to that style when I'm doing things like that again. But yeah, it's a learning curve. It's always a learning curve. How are we going? Hi mate, how are things with you? They're good. Military men, they're fine. Um, they're good. I'm off now for a few days, so I'm happy out. Is it me or is John? Is volume very quiet? Is my volume very quiet? Hang on a minute now, and I will deal with the volume. Can you hear me now, guys? Is that better? If I move the laptop closer to me. Oh, hi, Andrew. Hello, how are you, Andrew? Um, is that very? Is that any better now, lads? Maybe if I do this, does that make any difference? Modern technology. That one. There we go. That make any difference? Better. Okay, better. That's very good. Um, yeah. So, still quiet. Evening, lads. Military man says it's better. Stan says it's quiet. Echo Foxtrot, how are you? Welcome to Era Military Collectibles. Loud and clear. Okay, very good. So we're fine. So Stan, turn up your telly, or whatever you're watching it on. So, yeah, the Irish border video, or the Irish soldier on the border. An awful lot of guys seem to. The feedback I got on that was fantastic, and the views it's gotten is ridiculous. So I'm probably going to keep editing to that style and um, shoot the video that way. And as I said, it's a learning curve. It is a learning curve. I started doing this whole YouTube thing as a hobby um, for lockdown, so people could see my collection that's behind me, and I could talk to people about my collection. And I never thought it'd go where it's gone. Uh, like, I mean, I was watching the likes of Military Collectibles, Stan, um, Simon Moore, Jake Brown, those type of guys. And I just thought, yeah, I'll try it and see how I get on. And we're over 500 now, 540 odd, I think, now at the minute, which is crazy when you think of it. A week ago, we were only at 500. So I haven't thought of the prize yet. I will be doing the prize next week. Next Friday is probably when I'm going to advertise how you can win the prize for the 500 subscribers. Lucky I saw the notification. I was just off to watch an episode of Inspector Frost. I figured sharing the I figured sharing the video on Facebook would pump up the numbers. Which one? Oh, the army one, yeah, or the Irish one. It did. It did fantastic. Um, it did fantastic. The Irish Army soldier on the border. Um, I can't get over how much publicity has got, and it's fantastic actually. 1 second there now. So win the sack of crack. Um, so I have figured out what I'm going to do. I have figured out the prize. The prize is going to be a mystery box of Op Banner and some other bits and pieces that I have extras of, and guys can use it for trading. They can sell it. They can do what they want with it. That's not up to me. The issue I'm having is how the hell am I going to give it away? Um, that's what I'm having. The actual competition side of it. Um, that's what's catching me. Sorry, that's what's catching me at the minute. So hopefully I'll have that figured out during the week, and then we can go from there. What reference books do I have? I have a full stack of shelves. In relation to reference books, it depends what type of reference book you're talking about. Um, in relation to, I'll just pull a few here and we'll see what we have. Um, Right, so I've done a video on a lot of these before already. Um, First one to kill Kenny. No, leave Kenny alone. Stop killing Kenny. Dave Green, are you on the old Facebook? Was unsure if it was you lurking around. Uh, so reference books. So I have these. I have done a video on these. So this is sort of like my Op Banner go-to book. And it is the British Army in Ulster Volume One. Now it is outdated. You will need to. I think this only goes up to the mid 80s or something like that, or late 70s. So you have Volume One, and you have Volume Two on that. Um, good books in relation to. So you have like here on a quick flick. You have tactics and weapons and equipment that was used by the British Army in Northern Ireland, and then it literally shows you what weapons were carried, things like that. Submachine guns, general purpose machine guns, what vehicles were used. So there are two good reference books in relation to Northern Ireland. Tommy's War. I'm waiting on to order the Homefront one and the World War II version of these, but they're very good reference books as well. And I'm just finished flicking through this, the Haynes manual for the German infantryman. That's actually a very good book as well in relation to finding out bits and pieces of information. That would be a breakdown of field security. True, we'll send a PM just in case. Um, so yeah, so they're my reference books. I do have other books there as well. Um, Novels, military books, I have books on the RUC. I have books on the Second World War. Books is a big thing in relation to collecting. You're always going to have books. Have I gone quiet again, lad? Sorry, am I still audible? You've gone very quiet. Jeez, that tea tastes horrible. Um, yeah. So like books, books is very very important when it comes to collecting anything really. History books can never have enough reference material. You can't have enough reference material. Um, they're very good to cross reference as well. Like never go to one source. I'm drinking an old fashioned. Um, never go to one source when you're looking for information about anything. Try and get two or three different types of sources. Be it book, be it watching a documentary, be it doing your own research or whatever, and then um, come up with your own conclusion and or a better educated decision after you've done that. But never just read one book and expect it as fact. Um, military Blandford books are also very good. True, you can never have too many books on the subject. No, you can't. Military collectibles. Evening. How are you, CJ? Stan. How are you, David? Evening. Oh, you're all saying hello to each other. Very good. So yeah, I do hopefully hope um doing another bit of wheeling and dealing. There actually today finished today or yesterday today today. Um, David, if he's there somewhere, yes. Um, we did a bit of wheeling and dealing um on some uh, East German equipment. So hopefully that'll be sorted during the week, and hopefully next Friday on the live stream we will have an unboxing. Thanks to David. David, you know who you are. Take a bow, David. So yeah, so that's that. Hopefully that'll be good. Where did you get that DDR wardrobe drawing from? I went googling on the internet, and I was just looking up DDR bits and pieces. I was looking up kit and equipment and stuff like that. And I was looking for a kit issue to see what they would have been issued, and that popped up. So that's where I got it. I have a few more of them. I'll send them on to you. I have some other bits of actually German World War Two kit layouts as well, which is even better. Actually, don't know if they're in that book or in this book. I'll have a quick look. Um, but that's one good thing about military collecting is it's very easy to track down reference material because normally everything in the army is in a manual anyway, and that even goes down to how to lay out your kit and equipment and what a soldier would have been issued and stuff like that. So I mean, it's very very easy in that way to find out what they were actually issued. It's harder to find out what is correct and what is not correct. Shiny things inbound. Yes, very good. Thank you very much, David. Picked up two fantastic books: Collapse of the Soviet Army and the Soviet Army Experience. Also picked up an American from 1972. You picked up an American just walking down the street. Oh, an American M56 or 65. Oh, okay, very good. I thought you just picked up some American somewhere. Um, I did find my letter opener actually. I was looking for it for a while, and I actually realised it was attached to a set of 56 pattern webbing. Um, YouTube, this is a letter opener. It is for nothing else than opening parcels and letters. Um, and I was trying to see would it fit, would it become a pointy thing? I'm not actually going to do this on the camera. But would it become a pointy thing on the top of my M16? But it won't fit because I need to do a bit of grinding on the inside of this ring maybe. And we should fit in. But yeah. Not that I would put the pointy thingy at the end of the pewy thingy. It's like talking in code. No. It's puppet. It is puppet, yeah. Rifle Green, hello, how are you? Good kills. German don't dot military East Germany and more Facebook page has some great reference pictures and so also my favorite combat jacket rifle green. Hello, how are you? It's a puppet. It is a puppet. I bought off German dot military before. Torsten is a good bloke. Has a small tear on the armpit, but still worth 1979 US Army European impression. Their Facebook page is great info. Yeah, they never fit the cutlery, but we can make the cutlery fit it though. We'll wait and see. It looks like it doesn't even have to have that much taken off it, so the old Dremel might come out tomorrow, and we'll put a pointy thing at the end of a piece of plastic. So we'll see. Other than that, anyway, it just doubles as a letter opener. I did actually. I was doing some stuff for the weekend videos because I will be shooting videos at the weekend. This weekend's videos are done, but there will be more new ones coming up that I try and keep a week ahead. Not always, but I normally try and keep a week ahead with the videos. Um, so do any of you have any requests? I know some of you had requests. Um, in relation to, I know CJ would like me to do a German, or sorry, an American World War Two. Excuse me, in the style that I did the Irish soldier on border duties. I have asked, somebody has asked me would I do an Australian soldier in Vietnam in that style, and would I do a special forces loadout, a representation in that style as well from the Vietnam era. So they will be coming up. So hopefully we'll get them up, thrown out soon. Um, Sorry, 1 second. Um, I can. So where are we going? Word on Torsten is genius amongst you. Can you do some stuff on the Irish Army kit during the border? I can, no problem. Top bloke, spell check. How is your World War Two collection coming? Is if you are doing one, I am doing one. I'm slowly getting there. The main thing that is holding me back at the minute in relation to my British World War Two impression is the uniform. Um, I had planned on going to get one off of Panther Store, a reproduction one, but their backlog is ridiculous. Um, some people tell me the SOF version is okay, but it depends on the batch. Some people are telling me that the Epic military one is okay, but it's also depending on the batch. So I really worried about pulling the trigger on something at the minute in relation to the uniform. Um, so we will be getting there. We will be getting there. So that will be coming up. It is in the process. We are doing it. Yeah. Um, ex God of War officer. Ex God of War officer. Oh, try. Could you do the female REC uniform? Female REC uniform is coming up on Sunday. This Sunday coming. Just if any of you want to know, because I know Rifle Green asked me to do it before, and I needed to get a mannequin for it, and hopefully I don't have the mannequin, um, so I will be using the other bus that I have at the minute. It doesn't fit it correctly, but at least we can still talk about it, and then I will do a proper one. Um, I will do a proper one when I get a female mannequin. So yeah, so there we go. A 1940 pattern battle dress. I'm actually going to try and go with the earlier version because I've had some advice by guys and I have seen footage. It will be the battle dress surge version that I will be going for in the World War Two battle dress for because you can literally see it being used right through the war, and that famous picture of Fusilier Payne just after D-Day was wearing battle dress serge. So yeah, so we will. That was the uniform I was hoping to get to, or to get, rather than have 37 pattern is it, or 39 pattern, 40 pattern, and then whatever other else pattern there is after that. So I was trying to get the one pattern to try and cover the vast majority of the war. Echo Foxtrot, you can't wait to see a girl in a uniform. No, he has a thing for. He seems to have a thing for girls in uniforms. He's mad to see a female RUC uniform. Um, I'm gonna have to look at it again because I'm not. It's scheduled to come up on Sunday, but I'm not happy with it because of the fact that I don't have a proper mannequin to show it. So I'll have to. I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see. I'll have a look at it again. I could always just change it and put up something else. Yeah. I will wait and see. We'll wait and see. Uh, don't you fancy getting some post-war 90 British 1940 pattern battle dress? I could, I suppose, and get them changed. Yeah, but I don't know yet. I have Red Army insignia waiting until next year. Some companies move like that. Yeah, there are. There's some places it's crazy. Um, Echo Foxtrot is right, laughing at Rifle Green. I got three SOF battle dress sets. All are okay, but it depends on the batch. My first one is about 15 years old, much better than the two recent ones I got. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Um, that's the thing. I don't see. I something like that as well. You like you need to know the quality of it. I'd rather see it if they were at a show like War and Peace or something like that, or they had a stall at some show or whatever, and I actually physically seen it and I could compare it with other stuff that guys had there or whatever, then I might be able to pull the trigger on it. But because it's over the internet, I'm not sure yet. Uh, I suppose some of the stuff is good, some bad. The amount of variance is based on the relative quality issue. Yeah, but Soldier Fortune and this they seem to be the main supplier of reproduction World War II British equipment. You can get German stuff and American stuff all over the place. Epic has a very small amount of British stuff. Has a lot more American stuff than it has British stuff. But SOF seems to be the main distributor of repo British stuff for World War II. I got a Repro Bundeswehr large combat bag on the way. Hope it is okay. A Repo Bundeswehr. Um, are they making Repo Bundle stuff now? Jesus. Yeah, they have trade stands at the large shows and always have plenty of sizes to try on. Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, another guy actually put an idea in my head, and it's coming up. Is I'm going to show you what an old IRA man of the War of Independence, the proper War of Independence. Oh, no, it's not the proper War of Independence. The 1920s War of Independence, a representation of what one of those IRA men would have looked like. Um, and we will be doing a series on that. Hopefully, we will when I get further along in the collection, and I start getting my First World War stuff back together and my uniforms and things like that. We can do British soldier of the time of the War of Independence and the Black and Tan and Ogsy and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get there. Miltech made, I think, get it from military first. Oh, Miltech are the supplier for military first. Okay, flying columns. Yeah, flying column. That's the word I'm looking for. Um, of what those lads would have looked like and how they blended in, how they were very, very hard to find. Um, I use both SOF and Epic regularly most of the time. They're fine. I like Epic's end of line sale items. Yeah, so SOF do a lot as well of end of line stuff, which is very good. When it comes to garments, garments, Best try it on. It saves. Yeah, it does when it comes to garments and clothes and uniforms and stuff like that. Got an MG ammo tin for carrying my brew kit to a fob at games. um, I was watching some Vietnam collectors, reenactors, and stuff on YouTube during the week, and there's one guy, Pepsi. Is it Pepsi Boy or Pepsi Guy or something like that? He he's very very good at what he does and the collections he has and the impressions that he puts together. Um, but this whole Stitch Nazis have come into Vietnam collecting now as well. So like it needs to be a five band or it should have seven pockets in the bandolier. If it's only five, it's not a Vietnam era. And yes, I understand that. As a collector, I understand it, and as somebody who used to do reenacting and hopefully will get back into reenacting in the future. Um, yes, you can show, you can explain to the public, yeah, look, this is a five one, but they actually had seven. Um, there's a happy medium, like, and I just can't get these guys that just lose their lives over the smallest little things. If the guy is genuinely not trying to pass it off as being reproductive, if he's trying to pass it off as original and you know it's reproduction, I have an issue with that. But if he's not trying to pass it off as anything and just telling people what it looked like or what it is or what it's a lot. I just think they're a lot better. Um, History Bunker in Scotland also do replica World War Two kit, but camo colors on their repo World War Two Denison smocks are, yeah, I've seen their Denison smocks. Um, there was actually someone went off on one of the forums actually that how bad it was. Um, did I miss one? No, I haven't. I've got an old garment from Russia as it was a pattern you cannot get here in the UK. So far, I have been luckily, luckily, everything has been usable. Yeah, history bunker, history bunker shredders, history bunker. I think I've used them. Everybody's an expert till they make the mistakes themselves. Yeah, that's exactly it. History bunker, I believe an awful lot of their stuff is good, and an awful lot of stuff is completely wrong. I have seen that before about History Bunker. Um, Era Village Collectibles. Where do you get your mannequins from? I got my mannequins from a shop that was closing down, a breast boutique, a dress boutique. I'm sure there was breasts in the boutique as well, but it was a dress boutique, and they were closing down. So I got four of them. Sorry, I got three of them. He came with a collection. He came pretty much dressed as he is with a picture that he was based on. The guy that was getting out of the collecting sold him to me, and I bought him as is with a few other bits and pieces. That Cromwell helmet, this one that's behind me, came with him. The Mark IV that is up there came with him. Some other bits and pieces like that. But that one, this one, that one, this one, and this one all came together from a boutique shop. Um, Picked up an unissued pair of 49 pattern beaded trousers for a tenner. Large size too. Very good, Nick. That's very good. I got. I go by a 10 foot rule. I go by 10 foot rule. If it looks okay from a distance, it is okay for airsoft. I'm using a Belgian M1 helmet as it stands in for a Bundy helmet with net. Yeah, and you can't tell. Exactly. I mean, an awful lot of the public neither can't tell. It's the collectors themselves are the ones that tell, or the big historians are the ones that can tell. The actual general Joe Blogs public doesn't really know. Is it the where are we going? Is it the collectibles shop in Glasgow you're on about? Uh, Stitch Nazis can stuff off. I set my collection up to suit myself, and I find that I'm getting things more correct, but I not too fussed. Exactly, Stan. Exactly, Stan. You can. You don't have to do. y- Your collection is your collection. It's your hobby. I mean, if you know it's not real, and if you know it's a representation of something, and you're happy with that, that's fine. Yeah. Stitch Nazis are nothing to who controls Soviet sector dress regulations. They waste no small arms ammunition on the subscription. The void of the local down norms of the era. Exactly. Exactly. Like there's dress regulations, and then there's looking at pictures and stuff to see whatever things do. Europe or France mannequins not cheap, but they have possible plannable arms. Um, I'm rather happy with my fella. Have him dressed as a squatty in Northern Ireland during the hunger strikes. Well, he's not far off of that era, neither. Um, and there's my Bundy one, Royal Ulster Defence Regiment. And then if I turn this more that way, if you can see him with the light, there's my RUC chap. When I do get the man cave completely finished, this is only a storage room at the minute, really. But when I do get the man cave finished completely, hopefully I will be getting some more mannequins, one or two anyway, like a guy sitting down maybe and a guy doing something else. So we'll see. Dave Rigger, I can imagine my response to this naturally is you need like exactly Kenny they do. Stan, I need another mannequin. Stan, I think I should put a mannequin in the attic, just and have him looking out the window with a pair of binos. Keep the people away. Actually, you could have the guards calling because they'll think there's a peeping tom around the place. Or not, they're not guards actually in England, are they? They're policemen. You could have the policemen calling because they think there's something going on. I would like a mannequin for some of my uniforms. I have a full RUC UDR patrol uniform. I have a London Metropolitan Police uniform from the 90s. Very good. Uh, all of I'm all for criticism, but I need to be diplomatic. Not yeah, exactly. You can be nice about something if it's something wrong, and not belittle somebody because it is their collection. It's their pride and joy. It's their hobby. Like we have photos we suppress as it would make lots of whackers think that they're okay for Red Army wear a Yank. Yeah. Um. You see enough like no, it's not so much. You do see it at shows and stuff like that, but not so much as the American. In America, it seems to be widespread. This guys just dressing up as everything and anything, really. Cosplay. It's not even reenacting; it's cosplay. Um, that's a great idea. Oh, the mannequin looking out the window. Yeah, be a good idea. What do you think of the people representing SF at events? Personally, I think people should represent the majority of regular regiments on SF are a specific era of collecting. I don't have an issue with guys doing SF stuff. An awful lot of guys still lure the oh my god special forces. They like that idea. Um, Certain things I will bother me. The um wearing of SAS headdress or Ranger headdress or Commando headdress at a reenactment would not bother me. If they're wearing it outside at something else or whatever that wasn't in relation to a reenactment, that would bother me because I find that disrespectful. The wearing of ribbons, certain ribbons, if they're on a mannequin, they're fine, okay? If he's wearing a gallantry medal, military medal, silver star, bronze star, whatever, on a mannequin, no issue with that whatsoever. If the person themselves are wearing it, No, you don't need to wear that. Those medals are not presented to you. You don't. They're not presented to you. You achieve those medals if you get me. They're something that you earn. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Um, they're not automatically given to you. It's not like a service medal. I was in Northern Ireland for a specific amount of time. I was in Burma for a certain amount of time. Entitles me to this medal. If you have a Silver Star, Purple Heart, Bronze Star, George Cross, Distinguished Flying Cross, Victoria Cross, military medal, anything like that, you earned that medal from your achievements. So therefore, I don't wear them. I don't believe they should be worn. Um, but yeah, SF stuff doesn't bother me really. I like to get everything correct, but if not, I try to buy the next best. Exactly, exactly. If you're happy with how it looks, and if you know it's not exactly 100% correct, but if you're happy with it, that's fine. It puts new people off the hobby. It does put new people off the hobby, and prices of stuff is putting people off the hobby as well. Um, prices of stuff has gone ridiculous lately. Love your channel, mate. My dad was in the FCA in the mid 70s and mid 80s before he came to the States. I remember him talking about Bull's wool uniform, who sends shivers down my spine, which would scratch you to shreds. Yeah, Bull's wool. I actually have a Bull's wool stuff, and I will show you what it is, and it is rotten. But thanks very much for tuning in, and I hope you subscribe RI928. But yeah, thanks very much. We used to shave them with razors, the Bull's wool stuff. No, come stitch. Just use small arms ammunition. Exactly. I like to think that my collection is a bad representation of a World War II Hollywood movie or Hollywood film. That's one way of looking at it, actually. Meal Team 6, yeah, exactly. Meal Team 6. When you see guys, okay, and that sort of bothers me as well a small bit. Now, I'm no spring chicken myself, but I can pull off most things. But when you're looking at a guy who's supposedly special forces or he's pararescue or he's a commando or he's a paratrooper or something, and no offense to the gentleman or the lady or whoever that's doing it, if they're overweight, if they're completely wrong, that takes away from the representation or the interpretation or the impression. But that's not for me to say neither. But like, I just yeah, it's just another thing too that you come across. In my group, we say to new members to do their local regiment as most want to turn up as paras or commandos. Exactly, exactly. Some of the other regiments then just get lost by the wayside pretty much. If I did reenactment, I'd go engineers or signals infantry, same as if I did German. I'd represent the regular army, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Stan. If that's what you're interested in, you come from an engineering trade anyway, or an engineering background, so I mean that'd be perfect for you. Looks like you were in Kelly's Heroes in and looks like you were in Kelly's Heroes as an honorable gag to play at a gig if if you play it right. Yeah, it does. It does. Looking like you were in a Kaylee's Heroes or not. Yeah, you can look absolutely. You come across guys that look absolutely unreal, and then you come across other guys and you're going, "Oh my good God, where did you get that Wish or Amazon Prime?" I feel it misinforms the public uh, if that's all they see. But perhaps that's just because I am a big man for public history. I feel it also listens and respects the meaning of soldiers of fought. Exactly, it does. Um, respect is a big thing, and like those uniforms that guys wear at reenactments and stuff like that, they have to remember people died in those uniforms. Well, not specifically those uniforms. Guys died wearing that cap edge. Guys died wearing their shoulder titles. So you have to be respectful of those uniforms. That's just me. Where have we gone? Uh, if it's a family member's medals, you can wear them on the right side, but it's from direct descendant, I believe. Yes, it is mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter. That's who is entitled to wear your relatives' medals. Yeah. So it's mother, father, brother, sister, sister, daughter is allowed wear your medals if they so wish. Um, there is an oddball at Military Odyssey. Where are we gone? Yeah, sorry, direct sender or something along the lines of that. Exactly. There is an oddball at Military Odyssey that looks class. I must take a picture of him. Let me send him on to me. Made of bear bed wire and chemical bull's wool. Yeah, wire bull's wool. Oh God, it's pubic hair. It's horrible stuff. He pouts. He's Echo. Yes, Echo. That's correct. Yeah, your family members can wear. David, I saw a guy years ago at a show who did Kelly's Heroes. He was spitting image of Daniel Sutherland. Oh, very nice one. I ran out of text in my comment, but anyway, I'm a police officer over in the States and love your collection. Would love to send you some police knickknacks from over being a subscriber for a while. Oh yeah, so RI2, I presume that's your call sign actually. 928. On most of my videos, all my videos, you will see an email at the top of the video description. You can always contact me on that email and I will answer you as best as I possibly can. It normally takes a few days, but I will answer you. So yeah, you're more than welcome. Thanks very much. You're more than welcome to bang off an email to me there and I will answer you. Yes, he pouts. I once saw a reenactor at a fair show doing a waffing initials impression, and I was scared his belt buckle was going to fly off towards me. Oh, right, and kill somebody. Yeah, that can happen. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. You're right. If anyone wants to do Brad from Fury, just don't wear a Soviet aviation goggles. They don't have splinter-proof glass. No, yeah, exactly. That's actually a good one. They don't have splinter-proof glass. I'm sure he's on YouTube going about doing what? I'm sure he's on YouTube going about in a tank. Oh, okay. I must have a look at that. Uh, the Waffen Tin Mint. Um, One cheers will shoot you over. Yeah, perfect, mate. You're no problem. Thanks very much for thinking of me. There's no hassle. As I said before, I only started this channel really as a hobby during COVID lockdown because being in America, some other places, some other guys, we did lockdown for 14 months. Pretty much, we were nearly the longest country in Europe in lockdown for one stage. So yeah, thanks guys, and I mean I try ye are the subscribers that I try and keep on the good side of, shall we say. There's a guy that does one that smells like a pig from Cross of Iron. Her hat was post war. Soviet material was wrong. Oh, okay, I know the guy you're on about now in that movie, Monty Python. Call me as going for a tangent. Call me for going out as a tangent, but I think that it would be nice to see more women and girls reenacting, even if it's in men's roles. At the end of the day, it is just a bit of fun. Podrick, and who's the other one? You're mad to see RUC women going around these shows and nuns and wrens and all these ones. Yeah, I suppose in relation to military history, I suppose it's not that I'm being trying to be sexist or anything, but it's more of it is a male dominated area for some strange reason. You don't see girls at it, but You do see an awful lot of girls doing like barbershop quartets and bands and stuff like that, but you don't really see them doing other things like that. But it is a male dominated hobby, I suppose. Really, yes, it was her, her, but she enjoyed herself and looked okay. Oh, okay, I get you. Yes, then I always see lots of chicks doing 40s events. Yeah, you can. You do see them. Um, there's a uh, there's a few good groups with females dressed as women, Land Army and ATS. Yeah, I have seen them dressed as WAFs. I've seen them dressed as Wrens. I've seen them dressed as Land Army. I've seen them dressed as nurses. Um, what was the one that the Queen was in? The driving crowd. It was a transport or something like that. Uh, I was a chick in DDR gear at Soviet threat. Oh, okay. I need to try and get over to some shows in England actually next year. Seen a mature lady doing a World War II Russian sniper impression. She looked quite attractive. Also, women as German telephonists. Yeah, yeah, I've seen them actually as well. Yeah, there's a guy who wants to join women's groups. It must be trans. Um, that would be an interesting one actually. I wonder, is there an actual just a specific female group? I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe there isn't. But is there just a group of females in somewhere? Obviously, there's a group of females somewhere, but I mean, is there a group specifically of females that do reenacting, if you get me? I don't know that now. Um, I've awful heartburn tonight, whatever's wrong with me. So, yeah. As long as she kills many fascists as a sniper, she will be welcome. uh, you have a way with words, David, which I don't have a problem with it. It's when you see groups, uh, like I know of groups here in Ireland, we said it would give you a kit issue or a kit list of something that you had to have before you could go on a show, and it had to be bought from specific suppliers. And I never knew whether those groups was were getting a discount off of that supplier, or whether that supplier was in another way helping out somebody in that club. I don't know. I always wondered about that. Um, I always wondered about clubs that didn't give support to newer guys that were coming in. Um, I also would worry about clubs that are you have to pay. Like, okay, it has to be done. Most clubs, most groups, most things like that, they do give a yearly subscription or a monthly subscription or whatever way they do it, because they need insurance to go to these events and stuff like that. But you have to be very careful when you're getting into something like that, because you just do when it comes to money and things like that. You just do. Russians can't say the letter G, sorry, H. uh, I think it's unfair that a girl should be able to be a marine in Vietnam without being called in incorrect or whatever. History is for everybody. Just believe they should have. Again, just believe they should have to do typical ones. I am well. I mean, I suppose you have the true bloods then as well, like that. If you are representing history, or if you're showing how history was, that these people were not in those roles. So it is a grey area, and it is one of those ones where you just need to be very careful about it. But yeah, I personally, if I seen a girl dressed as whatever, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But you will come across the stitch Nazis, as they say. British World War II period singer and YouTuber Miss Beth Pearl has a 2020 video uploaded where she talks about her various uniforms which she wears at events. Oh, let's give that a look. Actually, that sounds interesting. Finish my little rant. Oh, very good. That's S. There's S. I think she has sung at RAF on some heat before. I must look her up. Miss Beth, yeah, Miss Beth Bell. Burke. I do have my notebook and my pen handy. Ralph isn't in tonight to see it, but I do actually have it. And I do actually look up these things as well occasionally. Did any of you watch that film that I was talking to you about on Netflix? What was it called? Company of Heroes or something like that? That really, really bad film. When we're seeing as we're talking about how bad impressions can be, like that was a movie with a bit of a budget and it was bloody crap. Um, um, yeah, it was bloody awful. There's also an all-female singing group who sing in RAF uniform in front of a Lancaster. Can't remember their name. Lovelies, something Lovelies. Oh, okay. Um, we advise, we advise and guide where it is to improve, and help is offered. You have a year. They are under as the rest of us, and you have political rivals that seek to undermine you. That's all it is. Agreed. I've seen them too. Um, yeah, but look up that movie if any of you haven't seen that movie. I can't think of the name of it now. Is it Company of Heroes or something like that? It's on Netflix. I had a rant here last week or the week before about it. Mother of God, it's bloody brutal. Um, CJ actually from Military Collectibles, he has seen it and he left a comment on it and he clarified one or two things. But like the found a pic of my boy with Commander Ken Willis and little Noe at. Oh, that's very good. That's a cool photo. BGT. Um, yeah. Oh, but like they were Americans. They played American troops, and it was just wrong from the start. Like they had one guy was wearing a helmet liner with the an M1 helmet liner with the little narrow strap as his chin strap. One guy had I don't know what it was. He was actually the guy from Buck Compton in Band of Brothers. He came out initially at the start of sergeant. I thought he was. I think he was a sergeant, and he had some weird patch. It literally looked like they went into a shop and seen a jacket that sort of looked like an M41 and went, that'll do. And completely forgot about whatever this thing was embroidered on it. I must stop it and look at it again. But he had some weird joke just embroidered on it. There was one guy there and he had a specialist, yeah, he had a specialist rank from Vietnam that wasn't in World War Two whatsoever. Uh, they were using Mark Fours, British Mark Fours, um, and CJ actually pointed out when you could when they ran out of ammunition, you could hear the typical Garand go cling, even though they were bolt action. Um, the sniper in it had a sporterized German sniper rifle. Uh, oh, it was just epic in the amount of stuff that I was just going. Nope, that wouldn't happen. Nope, that wouldn't happen. Uh, where have we gone? Echo Foxtrot. Maybe I just found them on YouTube. Attractive group of ladies. Um, check out 1960s Italian war films. You will rage. I am banned from watching them. Yeah, I've seen a few of them as well, and they're like, "On, oh my good god!" But sure, that's it. Is that the one with the nuke? Yes, was it the one with the nuke? I can't remember. I literally just focused out after a while and was like, going, "Ugh." Hi, I know this is off subject, but I served in a CAV unit in the FCA in the late 80s and 90s. Went from 303s to FNs, then to Styres. I was told that all the old FNs and Gustavs were dumped. No, they weren't. Some of them were kept and they were reconfigured into snipers or spotters rifles or automatic sniper rifles. Some of them were kept for museums, and I think the vast majority of them were sold either to the Pakistani army or the Indian army or something like that. But they weren't all destroyed. They kept a lot of them and then sold a lot of them. I was watching Raid on Rommel with Richard Burton. Utter crap. I haven't seen that one actually. I must look up that one. They used Torbuck. Um, Tobruk or Tobruk. No, I can't remember. Was it about a nuclear film? Oh, there was some type of a nuclear disaster in it or something, alright like that. But Jesus, it was so bad. CJ probably remember the name of it. Um, it was bloody brutal. Now come to think of it, I mean, like, okay, YouTube, don't have a canary now, right? I watched a. It's actually on YouTube. They were supposed to, it was it could have been an Italian World War II movie or whatever, but the guys that were running around in the were carrying those. The Americans were carrying these G3s. Uh, yeah, I watched about 20 minutes of that and went, no, I'm going to die here if I keep watching this. So I turned off. Well, that film about, but in a different order of the story. Um, yeah, if CJ's there, he'll remember it. What the name of that movie is. It's on Netflix. I know it's on Netflix. Actually, did any of you watch that new big one that came out on Netflix, the Forgotten Battle? It's called. Um, I liked it. They say it's based on a true story, but I can't see how it's based on a true story because if you have a guy that's part of the glider regiment and he flies into an area, he fights with the paratroopers until he's relieved, if I remember, and then they're sent back because those guys were expensive to train and they were tough to